But he was like, we should do one of these shows with Sadako. I said that. And so they reached out to him, and I think he was really excited about the idea. So he was on board way from the beginning. And my first time I met him, well, I only met him a couple times over the course. We went to his apartment to walk him through our outline, and we included the song Venus in Blue Jeans. So we did the whole thing, and he goes, I did not write that. Oh! He was so gracious about it. So he was like, oh, you boys did a wonderful job. I didn't write that. So, yeah.
Is there anybody out there? Anybody have a question for him? Yes.
What are you working on now?
Well, it's funny, since this show, I've been writing plays, but less and less. I'm primarily a novelist these days. So I'm actually, right now, I'm writing a detective novel. I just published one in July. I'm writing a sequel to it. And it is funny because to my MFA students, I'm teaching at Butler right now. I have 2 students here, and I said to them, they were like, we want to see what kind of writing you do. This work, although I love it, I'm so proud of it, it's very different than much of the work I have done subsequently. Like this novel I just published about a homicide detective, like it could not be less like this. Although it's funny, like, because I tell writing students, you have to figure out what the specific challenges are of any kind of thing you do, whether it's this kind of musical or a novel, whatever. You have to figure out the specific challenges and figure out how to meet them. So like, as I was watching, I was remembering how we had to sort of figure out how to integrate these particular stories with these exact songs. And then when they launch into song, like Song Where the Boys Are, it's very easy to set up in a scene because she's trying to buck up her friend. She's like, here we are in this place. Psh, the song just launches. But some of these songs, we have to write a whole thing. Like, you got to give Marge a diary. She's got to be writing in her diary. He's got to be in there. But you know he's there. You got to sort of like work your way. But like, the way that scene turned out, I think it's quite nice. But it's the sort of song where we wouldn't necessarily have written that song, but it was part of what we were stringing together, so we could figure out how to make it work. So anyway, I'm writing a thing now.
Well, growing up, I used to go to Escanana, which was in the Catskills, and Neil Sedaka used to spend his summers there.
Right.
So I had met him there. So all this brings back the name Esther.
Yes. Well, that's where he met his wife, Leva Sedaka, her mom, owned Esther's Manor. So the whole story is very loosely based on the true story. And Sedaka was this sort of young, talented piano player. I don't know that he was pathologically shy. But that's just me. That's and so he met his wife Julia at this time. He was like 17. He's a fascinating character, Sedaka.
Esther Manor was a place where people spent the whole summer there. They used to have bungalows in the back. He lived in one of the bungalows. And my grandparents had another bungalow 2 doors down. So I was growing up, he's only my age, and we all used to hang out, he used to sing the piano in the places. All of this.
Make sure it was all on the worst circuit. Over here, yes.
I don't have a question, I just have a comment.
Okay.
This is such a feel-good show. Yes. Yeah. Nothing for you, writer, for all of you. You've made everything. For one afternoon, you've made everything right.
In the world these days, it's good to just have something that's just fun.
Yeah.
You just need a lift. Yes. Thank you. Anybody else?
We're in the back.
Oh, yes.
Does Neil Sedaka ever show up at any of the shows unannounced? Or?
Ladies and gentlemen, not one word.
I don't know. I don't know. Not that I have heard of, but it's right.
Don't tempt fate.
Yeah. When we did it in Florida, he came down and went to visit us. Yeah, they set all my party for him, and he wrote a wetsuit. He has in his home, which is a giant penthouse apartment here. He has like a glass piano. It's like incredible. He won't stay tuned. It's really mostly a show.
Anybody else? Hard to see.
Nancy,
oh yes.
What theater first put on the show?
It was it's called the Capitol Rapid Home in New York. And it's funny just watching, because I know a lot of people have lovely memories of this time period watching this show. Well, I have lovely memories of this time period in my life of writing this show. Like, the joke where Harvey goes, we're like Romeo and Juliet, doom! Like, I remember writing with Eric, my coworker, I wish you love us. But I remember writing that specific joke in the hotel lobby in Albany. Yes, we got it, that's a good joke.